Yo guys, what is going on? It's Lukey here and welcome back to another video. So in today's video, I'm going to be running through my top 5 loadouts, and I mean full loadouts. I'm going to be giving you guys the primary weapon and also the secondary weapon on each of these loadouts, and these are the 5 that I've been using the most recently, and these are also statistically some of the best ones in the game to use at the moment too. So if you enjoy this video, make sure to subscribe for more daily content. I would really appreciate it. But without further ado, let's get into it. So the first loadout here is the M4A1 partnered with the MP5. Both of these are definitely some of the best weapons, and I like to call this class, as you can see, I like to call this class the OG because this is what everyone used to use back in, 2019 or whatever, when Warzone just came out. Everyone used to use this, and honestly, low-key, it's kind of back. I absolutely love this, and the M4A1, these are the attachments for it. The M4A1 is such a beamer at the moment. It's really accurate, very good time to kill. It's up there with the top assault rifles, and it's just an easy weapon to use, so I really do recommend you guys trying it out. So we've got the monolithic suppressor, we have the Grenadier barrel, the commando foregrip, the 60 round mags, and the VLK 3x optic. Pretty basic class setup. You guys probably already know this class setup because, like I said, it's been around for a long time. Everyone did stop using it, but a lot of people are starting to use it again now. So as the secondary on this loadout, we have the Modern Warfare MP5. Like I said, these were the OG. This was like the OG loadout, and honestly, it's back, trust me. The attachments you want to use on the MP5 is the Monolithic Integral Suppressor, the 5mm laser, the F-Tap Collapsible Stock, the 45 round mags, and the Merc foregrip. This is a hipfire build specifically. It is built for hip firing, and as you can see, we've got the Merc, we've got the 5mm laser. They both increase the hipfire accuracy, and all in all, this class is probably one of my favourite SMGs at the moment. I'm not quite sure. I do have another SMG that I'll get onto later on in the video, which I think is my #1 favourite at the moment, but this one is definitely up there. For the next loadout, we have the Swiss K31 partnered with the Cold War MP5. Both of the MP5s right now are really good, so you can use either, but at the moment, this is one of my favourite loadouts. A combination of these two works really well. So for the Swiss, these are the attachments you want to use. We have the sound moderator, we have the combat recon barrel, we have the 5mm laser, the 7 round mag, and then I haven't unlocked it yet because this is a new account, but there's a Serpent Wrap, which is, I believe it's this one right here, level 44, but this is my alternative account that I've started recently, and I haven't got this level maxed all the way out at the moment, but you do want to use the Serpent Wrap. At the moment, I'm just using the Speed Tape instead. So these attachments here all pretty much increase the mobility. The sound moderator, as you can see, ADS, sprint to fire time. We've got the 5mm laser, ADS right there. We've got the Speed Tape and the Serpent Wrap. Once I unlock it, they increase the ADS time. And then we have the Combat Recon, which is just for bullet velocity, and it doesn't increase or decrease anything else. It's just bullet velocity, but it's nice because it doesn't decrease any mobility. And then we've got the 7 round mag, which I really recommend you guys using. Don't use anything bigger than a 7 round mag, because if you do, it does decrease the ADS time by quite a lot. So 7 rounds is plenty, and it doesn't decrease the ADS time like all of these ones do. So just stick on the 7 round and you'll be much better off. For the Cold War MP5, these are the attachments I like to use, and this is a bit of a different class setup. This is also a hipfire class. I don't know what it is when it comes to MP5s on Warzone, but if you build it as a hipfire class, it always works so well. So the attachments I use on this hipfire build is the Bruiser grip and the 5mm laser for the hipfire accuracy. We have the 50 round drum, and then we have the heavy barrel because I usually would use the Task Force on a different SMG, but it does increase the recoil. So if we're trying to have an accurate hipfire build, you don't want more recoil, so the reinforced heavy is definitely one of the best. And then lastly, we have the agency suppressor as well, because this does increase the vertical recoil control, but if we have the sound suppressor, it doesn't increase the vertical recoil control. So you want to make it as accurate as possible, and it's still a quick class. The mobility is still fast, even though it doesn't have a stock on or anything like that like usual, but the mobility is still really, really quick, and I love partnering it with the Swiss K31. The next loadout is going to be the AK-47, the Cold War AK-47, not the Modern Warfare one, because the Modern Warfare one absolutely sucks. And then you want to go ahead and partner that with the MAC-10. So if you watch all the pro players, a lot of them are using this as their main long-range weapon. So the attachments you want to use are the GRU suppressor for the increased vertical recoil control, because this weapon does have a little bit of recoil. We want to use the RPK barrel, once again increasing the range and also the recoil control. We've got the Spetsnaz grip, once again increasing the recoil control. We've got the Axel 3 times, or if you want you can use the SUSAT multi-zoom, whichever one you prefer. And then we have the 45 rounds if you want to have a little bit more mobility, or if you don't care about mobility and you want to just have more bullets, you can stick on the 60 round mag. But this weapon is pretty slow, so I like to use the 45 round mags just so I have increased mobility. For the MAC-10, these are the attachments you want to use on this. We have the sound suppressor, the task force barrel, we have the field agent grip, the 53 round drum, and then we have the Raider stock. The Raider stock and the task force and the sound suppressor all increase mobility, so it makes this class really, really quickly, along with also increasing some of the bullet velocity and also some of the effective damage range, which is really, really nice. We have the field agent grip to make it a little bit more accurate, because when you do use the task force barrel, it does increase the recoil. So to get that recoil control back, we stick on the field agent grip, and then we have the 53 round drum. The next loadout is going to be the FARA 83, definitely a good weapon after all of the most recent nerfs and buffs, etc. And you want to go ahead and partner this with the Bullfrog, which did get a nerf recently, but it still is definitely a top SMG. So for the FARA, you're going to want to use the GRU suppressor, the Spetsnaz RPK barrel, the Spetsnaz grip, the Spetsnaz 60 round mag, and the Axel 3 times, or once again, you can use the SUSAT multi-zoom if you want to as well. The SUSAT is very, very clean. A lot of people have started using it. Just try each one. Personally, for me, I prefer the 3 times scope, but a lot of people do prefer the SUSAT. It's personal preference, so just go ahead and play with both of them and see what you like. Attachments for the Bullfrog are as follows. We've got the sound suppressor, we've got the task force barrel, we have the Tiger Team spotlight, we have the stock, and then we have the 65 round magazine. All of these attachments once again increase the mobility by an absolute ton. This is one of my favorite classes for Rebirth. The mobility is really, really high. If you look in the bottom left there, really high mobility along with 65 bullets. You guys are going to be frying squads really, really easily. The final loadout that I like to use is the XM4, which is a long range build, and then for the secondary I like to use the PPSH, which is probably my favourite SMG in the entire game at the moment. Agency suppressor, the Ranger barrel, the field agent grip, the 60 round mag, and the Axel 3 times, or once again the SUSAT multi-zoom if you like. So this class right here does have a little bit more recoil than you're probably used to, so if you are going to use it, do be aware it definitely does have a little bit more recoil than you're probably used to on a long range assault rifle. That being said though, it still has one of the fastest time to kills, and it still has insane stats. When you compare it to other assault rifles, statistic wise, it is one of the best, but you do have to control the recoil. If you can't control the recoil, use the FARA instead. And then as for the secondary, we have the PPSH with the sound suppressor, the Ranger, the PKM stock, the 71 round drum, which is just ridiculous. 71 bullets feels so nice, especially if you're trying to clear out a squad on Rebirth. I was getting so many nice clips of this. If you want to see all the clips, by the way, I do stream on Twitch, and I do have a TikTok page as well where I post all of the clips and stuff like that, or you can just watch me live. And then we have the field grip as well. This right here Like I said, definitely one of my favourite SMGs at the moment. I haven't leveled it up all the way, but this is the class setup that I would use anyway. All the other attachments that I unlock after this aren't going to be used. But like I said, this is my alt account, so I haven't leveled it up fully yet. But it's definitely my favourite SMG to use at the moment. But yeah, that's been it for today's video, guys. Make sure to subscribe for more content, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.